Howdy, welcome back to SlydeBytes. I'm going to skip the plain intro today because we're going to get right into another segment of tone testing, and we're going to move right along and try to make this one a little bit shorter than the last tone test video. So, if you're not familiar with the channel, SlydeBytes, welcome. This is a guitar gear and review channel. Usually you want budget gear, but we've been tackling something here on the channel. I just started a week ago. We did a lesson last week on ambient music, and we're going to continue the tone testing this week. It was Halloween season. We're actually recording this right before Halloween. I'm super pumped, and I've been doing like Grand Theft Auto's Ghost Hunt all weekend, and I've been doing fun stuff like that. So anyway, we've been comparing tube amps versus solid state, digital, that kind of thing. That's what we're looking at. And the question I'm kind of seeking to answer here is: are tube amps always better than solid state amps, and how much of a difference are we looking at? And this is just a non-scientific test. We're just recording this off of a camera. We don't have any elaborate setup going on. This is just me playing in a room, camera, recording, and two amplifiers and one guitar. Today the guitar is going to be this Schecter C6. This beautiful guitar, the Schecter C6, and this is the plus, and we are playing in drop C sharp, which is a really fun shreddy tuning. And yeah, we're going to throw a tube amp against a digital or a solid state, something like that, some other type of amp, and you're not going to know which one is which. We're going to have two amps, amp A and amp B. You're not going to know which one is what. I'm going to mix that up as often as I can to try to keep that kind of weird for everybody too. Maybe it'll be the same pattern each week. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be a different pattern. But anyway, hopefully just by just listening to the sound, even if you can guess what sounds better just listening to it. So anyway, we've got two amps already ready to go. Both of them are on standby right now, so we're going to go ahead and just get right into this. So play along, take a guess which one. We're going to do a little bit of clean, and this week we're going to do something different than the last week. We're going to do high gain with it. So yeah, play along, take a guess, and here we go. We're going to do clean first on each amp. We're going to try to keep the riffs roughly similar. I'm not the world's greatest guitarist or anything, so we're going to just do our best there with that. So here we go. On to the next amp. All right, amplifier B, here we go. Time for the fun part. Here we go, high gain. All right, amp A, high gain, here we go. Next amp. All right, amplifier B, here we go, high gain. Alright, so now we're back here, and both amplifiers are in standby. So which one did you think was the tube amp, and which one did you think was the other amp? So I heard, again, just like last time we did this, similarities and differences. I definitely noticed when playing the tube amp, there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more frequencies that I'm hearing, and I'm noticing like galloping. I'm hearing more going on with that. It just feels more responsive under my fingers, and that's something that you're going to hear a lot about tube amps. It does feel a lot more responsive. There's something about the way it feels on your fingers when playing. And I will also say that this guitar is really hot. The pickups in it are very, very hot. So was trying to balance the breakup before this with both amplifiers to make it sound more natural. Because this one drives tube amps really hard, and not every solid state amp is going to react that way. Even really good ones that do try to model, tube amps don't always get that, perfect. It's very difficult. So I feel like the way we set this up, though, I think I got a pretty good comparison here. And one thing to remember is that with both these amplifiers, in particular this time, the tones that you're hearing are custom for me. They're not presets or anything like that. Both amplifiers are set the way I would use them, as I do use them. So let's go ahead and do our little reveal here. So Amplifier A is my Blackstar HT Club 40 Mark II. And we are on the 40 watt power setting right now. We're not on the reduced power setting, and on the clean channel it was really breaking up, and I had to try to balance that against its competitor. The Boss Katana 50 Mark II, and we were on the 50 watt power setting. So 40 watts on the tube amp, 50 watts on the Boss Katana. So that was my way of trying to make sure the power balance was, fairly representative, and reverb was set pretty similar to each other, and I feel like for the most part it was pretty accurate. I got my best, especially in, I think, the clean tones. I think there's just a lot more gain going on with the tube amp because of these pickups in the checker, and they are just very hot ceramic pickups. It really is this is just a great guitar. If you've not picked up a Checker C6, you should definitely do so and play it and get your hands on it, because for like anywhere from $300 to $400, these are just great guitars. Anyway, so yeah, they are very hot, sustain great. So the tube amp was really wanting to break up on the clean setting. No matter what I did, it was really trying to crunch. So I had to, when I was trying to set the Boss Katana, I was really trying to balance that crunchiness with what I was hearing with the Blackstar amp to really try to make them sound similar. Now in high gain, it was just a very different ball game. They're just very different amplifiers. I do use the Boss Katana 50 a lot for practice. Both these amplifiers have 12-inch speakers this time. There's no major, the biggest difference there, one is using a Celestion 7080, the other one is using a Boss's own 12-inch speaker, but both are considered to be, decent speakers. And I think the cab size, just how much bigger the Blackstar is than the Boss, I think that makes a huge difference. I tend to prefer bigger cab amplifiers. A bigger cab does produce a different bass response, closed or open back. I just like a bigger cab in general. That's a personal taste thing. When you're comparing something that a lot of people praise, the Boss Katana 50 as being very tube-like in a lot of ways, I think it's important to play it against something like my Blackstar HT Club 40, which is my primary amp as of this time. Did you notice a difference? If you did, please tell me. I'd love to hear that kind of feedback. That's great. That's awesome. Which one did you think? Did you think the Boss sounded better than the Blackstar? I think personally, I still think the Blackstar is my thing. It's just what it is. But did you think it sounded different? Did you think it sounded better one way or another? I want to hear your opinions. No one's wrong in this, and be kind to each other. What did you think of doing the clean? What did you think of all that breakup we were getting? Again, I had to work hard to get the Boss to sound like the Blackstar, because this thing was just driving that Blackstar so hard. And again, I don't use the American style clean on the Blackstar. I did just use the second voicing on the clean channel, which is the British channel, which is the British voicing is what it's considered. That's what I always use. So maybe that was a factor, but I think I did get a decent amount of crunch in both. So Anyway, were you able to spot the tube amp? Could you tell which one was which? And tell me which one you thought sounded better. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Guys, thanks for playing along. I really appreciate it. And I hope this helps somebody out there trying to decide, like, do I really need a tube amp? Or is that really what I need? And if it is, go for it. Because I don't regret owning the two main tube amps I have and the hybrid I also have. Don't regret owning those. They're great. And if you're on the fence, like I'm really happy with my solid state, well, maybe you should just stick with your solid state. Maybe you don't need all this. I just, for a long time, that was all I needed. I just needed a solid state with a bunch of pedals that I could pick and choose and set up the way I wanted. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you keep coming back and checking out the channel. You guys mean a lot to me. I hope this was informative for all of you. And please check me out I'm on TikTok now. I'm still on SoundCloud-ish. I'm not really uploading. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do that. I might delete some stuff and re-upload some newer music, or I might just find another platform. I'm debating. But I'm still on SoundCloud for now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on the YouTube community page. I've got original music, polls, things popping up all over the place, gear reviews, and different content like that. TikTok's a new endeavor for me, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much, guys. Please like and subscribe if you feel like I've earned it, because that goes a long way to helping this little channel grow, and I'm trying to help people out here. And guys, thanks you so much. Appreciate you with more content, always more in the work. Keep shredding, partners. Talk to you later. Bye.